Hi there and happy fall. I'm Kevin Wood with the Wood Group Realtors at Keller Williams, and thanks for taking a minute to check out our video blog. Today we're going to answer the question, how much does landscaping affect the overall value of my house? But before we do that, I'd like to draw your attention to two different links on our blog. First, if you're considering buying a house, check out the home search tool. Or if you're considering selling or just want to know what houses in your neighborhood are going for, check out the home value report. Now let's get back to our topic of how much does landscaping affect the overall value of my house? So you may have just spent hundreds, maybe you spent thousands of dollars on landscape materials. And homeowners often wonder, how much am I going to recoup on my investment? Well, it's a good question, because sometimes people think an interior project is going to provide a bunch more bang for the buck. But you know what? A recent study out of Virginia Tech found that your landscaping is worth as much as 15% of your home's value. Now, there are a few key elements that you have to do in order to get the most out of it, and they are the following. First is the landscape design. Secondly is the plant and shrub sizes and color. You want to vary those. And then thirdly is diversification. Now, we're going to get a little more specific about those items in a minute, but here's what we found. I'll give you a little idea of what this is worth. So in this study, they found on a $150,000 house, if you do those three things well, your $150,000 home could be worth another $8,500 to almost $19,000. So you definitely are going to be paid some dividends on doing the right things when it comes to landscaping. So let's look at this a little bit closer. So landscape design. You just don't want to plant a bunch of shrubs and trees and bushes together without any kind of layout in mind. Because what you're trying to do is minimize the maintenance long term, and you don't want to have that cluttered, overgrown look that often happens when you just put a bunch of stuff in your front yard without thinking it out. So if you want to have a house that has that, accentuated curb appeal and the colors go well, think about the space that you want to have between your plants, right? So we talked about plant sizes, and that's the other thing, plant sizes and shapes. So vary it with both smaller and larger plants, shrubs, and if you decide to put a tree in. And definitely vary the colors that you add as well. The key is having space in between the variety of items that you put in your front yard. So not only does it have an uncluttered look, but it gives them room to grow. This is going to save you in maintenance down the road. So the other part of it, and one thing I'd like to add too, is when it comes to the front yard, is putting some wildflowers in is always a great idea. Don't put them everywhere, but mix them in here and there, because wildflower variety packs, they will give you a burst of color at different times throughout the spring and summer, which is really pretty cool. And the last piece of it is diversification. You don't want to just have all of the same style. You want to mix and match when it comes to the type of shrub with the kind of leaf that it has. Obviously in Tucson you can definitely put some cactus in there and other types of desert type landscaping. But again, if you follow those three tips, landscape design, plant sizes and shapes and colors, and diversifying, you're going to get the most out of your front yard, because what you're trying to do is match up the landscaping to your home size and your yard size. That's the key. So for more tips on how to get the best bang for your buck on home improvements and other major household costs, don't hesitate to take a peek at our Facebook page or our website for more videos like this that will help to save you money. So thanks again for tuning in and checking this out, and we'll see you again next time.